Welcome, everybody. And well, it's the Thanksgiving Eve. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving Eve, or at least it's a holiday for you going into tomorrow for at least everybody here in the United States. So welcome tonight. And I am so blessed. I am very honored to have a new friend of mine and a special guest from our now adopted company, sister company, now new family. This wonderful gentleman came over with Microbiome that joined our company back on November 1st, and we have become one big, beautiful family. And as they are getting into the realm of activation, we are learning all things P84, this absolutely transformative activation, gut activation product. And for those of you that are watching tonight, you saw that he's going to be talking about all things gut health. He's going to get into a little bit more of the nuts and bolts of P84 and how and why, but let me introduce this amazing man to you tonight, and then I am just going to hand it over to him. And as he's talking, if you have questions and if we have time at the end, maybe we can answer a couple of your questions, as long as we stay compliant in your questions. Right. If you ask a serious health question issue, we might not be able to answer compliantly, but we'll do the best we can. So let me go. So Dr. James Vincent Henderson Sr. is the founder of Better Health Options. Go ahead and start sharing your screen.
All right,
Dr.
man.
James, faith-based wellness ministry, shifting people from passive supplementation to supporting the body's natural pathways for energy, resilience, healthy aging through activation. A chemist and theologian, Dr. Henderson holds a BS in chemistry from Virginia State University and both a Master of Divinity and Doctor of Ministry from the School of DeWitt Proctor School of Theology at Virginia Union University. He champions the Moses Mandate, empowering transformation spiritually, physically, financially, and emotionally. He and his wife, Kelly, lead a blended family of 5. Dr. James, we are so blessed to have you tonight, and we just want to sit here. I do beg you all that are listening, grab a pen and get ready to write with fire, okay? So if you're taking notes on your phone, get ready to type fast, but grab a pen, because I believe with all my heart that Dr. James is going to give you some awesome information tonight. All right, hand it over to you. Welcome,
welcome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jenny, for this invitation. Hopefully I'm able to impart some knowledge to you so you can understand, just like I'm as excited as the Protandem, the Life Vantage products, how awesome this P84 truly is. I'm from New Jersey. When I get rolling, I talk fast, so you got to listen fast, but please take plenty of notes. And just like Jenny said, at the end, if there's any questions, we might be able to answer. So I always give a disclaimer: statements made about products and not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, prevent disease. Use of these statements does not create an express or implied physician-patient relationship. Let's talk about this thing called the gut flora, or the gut microbiome. Your gut microbiome consists of bacteria, fungi, viruses, parasites, genomes, and metabolites. And in your gut microbiome, you have friendly bacteria and you have unfriendly bacteria. You have bacterial strains like lactobacillus strains and bifidobacterial strains, but we also have some unfriendly bacteria like H. pylori and salmonella. And there's always a constant fight going on. There's a balance going on, because every time you eat or drink, you're either feeding a disease or fighting it. Now, Hippocrates is considered to be the father of medicine. I give my props back to Egypt and King Imhotep, because he's the one that kind of really digested and diagnosed medicine. But Hippocrates said that all diseases begin in the gut. But he also said that illnesses do not come upon us out of the blue. They are developed from small daily sins against nature. And when enough sins have accumulated, illnesses will suddenly appear. So he says, when the amount of bad bacteria, well, what causes this bad bacteria? Alcohol, antibiotics, medications, over-exercising. This causes what we call bad bacteria. Our primary strains in our gut are the beneficial bacteria made up of vegetable bacteria and lactobacillus. However, when the amount of bad bacteria exceeds our beneficial bacteria, we have what we call dysbiosis, or some people call it dysbiosis. But this is an imbalance in the gut microbiome where harmful bacteria outnumber the beneficial bacteria, which are linked to various health issues. Now, let's talk about this awesome product called P84. P84 activates 14 key gut peptides that regulate, repair, and restore the gut. Now, let's talk about this microbiome. Did you know your microbiome is the center of health? It is the command center. It is a vitamin making factory where various B vitamins and various K vitamins are made. 95% of serotonin, the feel-good hormone, is produced in your gut. So when people are having these mental challenges, they're giving them the pills. It goes to the gut. It goes to the, well, they're not taking care of the gut. 95% of serotonin is in your gut. Now, if I asked you to point to where your brain is located, you'd point to your head. If I said, where's your stomach, you'd point to your stomach, right? But if I were to say, where is your immune system? I didn't know that 70 to 80% of your immune system is produced in your gut. 100 trillion microbial cells are located there, 90% of our DNA, and 100,000 genes. P84 is non-GMO, 100% vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, no added sugars, and it's soy-free, 100% plant-based, zero corn, eggs, and peanuts. P84 is collected and harvested sustainably and naturally. No herbicides, pesticides, artificial flavors, no sweeteners or artificial colors. P1 and P2 are low sugar products, contain no added sugars, no animal byproducts, no lactose, sucrose, nor dextrose. P84 is safe for all children as well as breastfeeding and pregnant women. It's perfect for all lifestyles, vegetarian, vegan, paleo, and keto. Let's talk about the components. So we have two parts of this system. Phytopower 1, this feeds and diversifies. So as a critical part of P84, Phytopower 1 contains essential whole foods, beneficial targeted probiotics, and powerful digestive enzymes to feed and diversify the gut microbiome. What's so special about Phytopower 1? Phytopower 1 targets the small intestines, which is 20 to 25 feet long. Let's talk about some of these whole foods. We got a green blend that targets immunity and anti-aging, barley grass and green apple and kelp and asparagus, to name a few. We got a yellow and orange blend that targets energy and vitality. You have the carrot and papaya, pumpkin and yellow bell pepper. We have a red blend that targets circulation and blood health, pomegranate, tomato, red beet, cranberry, and raspberry. And lastly, we have a blue and purple blend that targets antioxidant and mental health. Blueberries, blackberries, ebony carrots, and purple cabbage. Now, these are called antioxidants. Now, if you're familiar with protanmin RF2, it activates the internal antioxidants, the super enzymes. Well, these right here are external antioxidants, and antioxidants are molecules that terminates the damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Do you realize that in this right here, Phytopower 1, you have the farmer's market. You are drinking, consuming 40 fruits and vegetables. Now, you can go and buy these 40 fruits and vegetables, but you got to buy them, you got to store them, you got to clean them, you got to prepare them. You get all of this in this one package of Phytopower 1. Dr. Richard Cutler, while director of the anti-aging department of the National Institute of Health, he put it this way: the amount of antioxidants that you maintain in your body is directly proportional to how long you will live. Plant life gives life. Now, in Phytopower 1, this was designed to take advantage of all the colors of health and nature. Phytonutrients are the substances produced by the plants for their own immune system, and when consumed by humans, they provide similar benefits. But guess what? 69% of people don't eat enough greens. I grew up eating greens, all the greens, every single one of them. But greens offer specific antioxidants, anti-aging, and anti-diabetic protection, promoting breast health, neurological health, and protects the immune system. 74% of people don't eat enough yellow and oranges. Yellow and oranges are known to promote eye and skin health, cardiovascular function, and an excellent source of vitamin A. 74% of people don't eat enough reds. Reds promote heart and lung health, bladder and colon health, and neurological health, boost cellular vitality, circulation, and pancreatic health. Lastly, 76% of people don't eat enough blues and purples. Blues and purples are known for antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. They also play an important part of neurological health, breast health, and skin protection. Now, just think about it. 69% of people don't eat enough greens. So if I round it up to 70%, I line up 10 people, 7 out of those 10 people don't eat enough greens. So I have to always put in a word from my sponsor. This is God's natural system. He said, let the land sprout with vegetation. Every sort of seed-bearing plant and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came. And that is what happened. The land produced vegetation, all sorts of seed-bearing plants and trees with seed-bearing fruit. Their seeds produce plants and trees of the same kind, and God saw it was good. Now, I always like when he says, behold. He says, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that's on the face of the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. Well, guess what? If the grapes don't have seed, that's not natural. If the watermelon, which I love, don't have seed, that's not natural. Seed in its fruit is called whole foods, and you have to get it from plants. That's why plant life gives life. Your body needs a minimum of 40 micronutrients, consisting of 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acids, and 1 essential acid fat. Your body cannot produce these micronutrients. You have to get them from the plants and vegetables. So Hippocrates also had another quote. He said, let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. But in Hippocrates' day, he didn't have industrial farming. Industrial farming now has depleted the soil, and modern crops contain 40% fewer minerals than 50 years ago. So I put it like this. Let food be thy nutrients, and nutrients be thy food. Phytopower 1 also has prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. What are prebiotics? This is fuel for beneficial bacteria. Jerusalem artichoke, inulin, and baobab. We have 10 proprietary probiotics. What's so special about these 10? Because you can go into the store, any grocery store, you might find Lactobacillus rhamnosus. But what you won't find is Lactobacillus rhamnosus LRA05. These are proprietary strains of probiotics only be found in Phytopower 1. Then we have postbiotics. These are made up of digestive enzymes, the papain, the amylase, the cellulase, the bromelain, the lactase. Why are these important? Because you have to have the digestive enzymes to digest the food. You got to have amylase to break down the carbs, then glucose. You got to have the lactase. You ever hear anybody being lactose intolerant? They don't have that digestive enzyme. So you got to have lactase to break it down to simple sugars and galactose. Lastly, what else? You got to have papain and bromelain to break down the proteins. We're going to eat a whole lot of turkey this weekend, tomorrow. So you got to have the protein to break it down to amino acids. You do know that amino acids are the building blocks for collagen. You got to have lipase to break down the fats, the fatty acids, and glycerol. And you got to have the cellulase to break down that roughish, that green stuff into simple sugars and prebiotics. So here's step 1, Phytopower 1 in a nutshell. You got the phytonutrients. Those are the organic whole food nutrition. These fruits and vegetables came with, when we prepared them, came with seeds in them, from the green family, yellow, orange, reds, purples, and blues. Then we had the prebiotics. These are the food and fuel for the beneficial bacteria. We got probiotics. These are diverse colonies for specialized purposes. These are proprietary. And lastly, we have the postbiotics, or the digestive enzymes. So we're going to go to Phytopower 2. We did 1, let's go 2. So Phytopower 1, diversified and fit. This Phytopower 2, this is called a balance and detox. Phytopower 2 is another vital component of P84. This is designed to be used daily with Phytopower 1. Phytopower 2 contains specialized blends that were specifically designed to help the body cleanse the microbiome of harmful toxins and promote a healthy environment for beneficial bacteria to grow and flourish. Now, why is Phytopower 2 so important? Phytopower 2 so important because it targets the large intestine, which is 5 feet long. The large intestine is where the elimination takes, where the colon is connected. We got botanical blends here. You got botanical blends can actually sit on the shelf all by themselves and be sold by themselves. Our phytonutrient detox blend It's got blueberry, grapeseed, acai berry, pomegranate, and turmeric. This is a botanical superfruit powerhouse, working on every level from your gut to your bloodstream to your cells, helping your body detox, clean out, wash out the toxins, and restore balance. Then we have a glutathione precursor blend. Now, we do know about that glutathione. Well, you get it from plants too. Glutathione exists within the cells, which is in the prime position to neutralize free radicals, peroxides, and heavy metals. But like anything else, it fades with age, stress, and poor nutrition. It is the master antioxidant, helps control inflammation, which is at the root of so many chronic diseases. It supports the detox function, clears toxins, heavy metals, processed foods. If you got anything in your cabinet right now in a box that's processed, lunch meats, processed, medications, and alcohol. It fuels the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse in the cells. Now, our P84 glutathione precursor blend, it helps restore the foundation your body needs to naturally build glutathione and protect your health from the inside out. It plays a pivotal role in reducing oxidative stress, ding, 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 and improves the aging process. Then we have a toxin binding and inflammatory reduction blend. It has blackberry in it, currant, and purple carrot. So just like it says, toxin binding, it grabs onto the harmful stuff in our bodies, like the bad chemicals that can make us sick. Imagine like a sponge, y'all, soaking up water. And when the sponge catches the bad stuff, it keeps us safe and healthy. So toxin binding is like having a superhero that catches the yucky things in our bodies so we don't get hurt. Then we got a fermentative assistant blend consisting of inulin, plumferrin, kombucha, and emboshi. This is like having a little team of helpers called bacteria and yeast that work together to change food into something new. It's high-grade prebiotic fuel. So fermentative assistant is all these helpers making food taste better and sometimes even healthier. Lastly, I know this is in Phytopower too. We got another probiotic blend and an ROS SCFA gut barrier integrity blend. ROS stands for reactive oxygen species, short chain fatty acids. That's another acronym. But look at these 5. These are, again, 5 proprietary probiotics only found in the Phytopower 2 system. You have Lactobacillus sacchi LSA 79. Now, you might be able to go into the store and find this probiotic Lactobacillus sacchi, but you won't find this Lactobacillus sacchi LSA 79 because, as I said, this is a proprietary. Why are these so important? These probiotic blends are so important because, remember, when you're consuming this, it's got to go through your stomach, which is acidic. It's got to go through your intestine. It's got to go through your small intestine, and then it got to get into your large intestine. So this helps with the elimination process. So let's go to Firepower 2 in a nutshell. We have the detox blend. These are super antioxidants like noni, acai berry, and turmeric. We got a glutathione precursor blend for tissue building and repair. We got a toxin binding blend for removing environmental threats. We have a fermentative assistant blend for that consists of natural pro and postbiotics. And lastly, we got a gut barrier integrity blend that takes care of that gut structure and function. Beloved, we have 30 feet of digestion highway that this Phytopower P84 is responsible for taking care of. Your small intestine is 20 to 25 feet long, and your large intestine, again, is 5 feet long. So the next time you see a big old school bus, that's about as long as your large intestine and small intestine are put together. P84 is 10 products in one. You can get rid of everything else on your counter, everything else in the refrigerator, the green, or all the spinach you're buying. You don't have to buy it anymore. If we got a green blend, you don't have to get any reds. You got the prebiotic. You have 10 products in this one P84 microbiome systems. How do you use it? We drink it every day. You drink it every morning. You make it automatic and non-negotiable. So I want to talk to you about this word. It's complete microbiome health. It's for optimal health, optimal appearance, performance, mental health, and aging, all condensed into one daily habit. So everything in life is in cycles. Our body, our red blood cells reproduce red blood cells every 120 days. Now, understand, the gallon of blood that you have running through your body, it's not all replaced in 120 days, but it's in a cycle. You might have some red blood cells, might be at the 60-day cycle. You might have some other red blood cells that might be at the 90-day cycle. But we ask you to take this product for 120 days, 180 days, and make a commitment to it. The more you take it, the more brand new red blood cells you will have. So what happens in month 1 to 2? You're going to eliminate harmful bacteria and begin restoring the balance. You remember the friendly bacteria, the lactobacillus and bifidobacteria strains. In month 3 to 4, what's going to happen is we're going to be repopulating and diversifying our gut microbiome. The goal here is to promote the most ideal microbiome environment. That's all about getting that balance going on. And then in month 5 to 6, we're going to optimize. What are we going to optimize? We're going to begin to improve every connection, optimize the gut-body axis, because every organ in your body is connected to your gut. Here's your window picture. This is when you're driving by what's in P84 Complete Microbiome Health. In those 2 sachets right there, you get the Phytopower 1 Essential Whole Foods and the pre and the pro, the pro and the postbiotics. And in that little sachet number 2, you get all the botanical blends. 84 microbiome friendly ingredients, 15 targeted probiotics, 10 globally sourced botanical blends, 2 powerful formulas, and 1 superior daily system. Now, as I close, remember I told you our body is made up of 100 trillion microbial cells. We are more microbes than we are human cells. So here we got this P84 Complete Microbiome System targeting your 100 trillion, taking care of. You know how you hear they only have one job to do? Well, this P84 has one job to do, and that's to take care of the microbial side of your body by fixing this thing called dysbiosis. Fixing the dysbiosis fixes a whole lot of things, and it activates 14 peptides to regulate, repair, and restore. It rebalances our gut microbiome. We call it eubiosis. So you got dysbiosis, which is the imbalance. You take the P84, that's going to rebiosis, it's going to rebalance. But then we got the eubiosis. That's when everything's working fine. But then on the other side, we have this product called Protandem NRF2 that I'm so excited about. That's going to target the 30 trillion, 40 trillion, or 50 trillion human cells. By activating the NRF2 pathway in human cells, switches on the antioxidant defensive genes, turns on the 500 survival genes, repairs, restores, and protects human DNA, and reduces oxidative stress. What? The #1 cause of cellular aging. That is why I am so excited about this partnership, about what we were missing, because now we can get the microbial side and the human cell side. So you need both offense and defense as we have this package out. It's called the Healthy Edge Stack for offense and defense. We got the NRF2, the synergizer, reduces oxidative stress by 40% in less in 30 days. And we have P84, which activates the 14 key gut peptides that regulate, repair, and restore a healthy gut. Thank you so much. Hey, I said I needed 20 minutes and I got it down in 20 minutes. I want to thank you for allowing me to share this product of P84. I hope I gave you some value to see what you have. This P84, the testimonies I'm getting is that people were taking their Protandim NRF2 and other things, but when they got the gut together, they noticed a significant difference. If you get the gut right, everything else is going to work better. Thank you, Miss Becky, for allowing me to share. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to turn it back over.
You just go ahead and keep that up for a minute so we can just take that in. Okay. I just feel like that it's just such a mic drop moment. And I hope you see these hearts that are just flooding across the screen right now. Oh my word. I mean, I'm hearing words like blessing and wow bam and fabulous and whoa, just on and on and on. And you know, there's some questions in here that because you were absolute blessing and blew through that so amazingly fast, which is a blessing for all of us. So I want to say thank you, and I'm going to stop the recording. We're going to stay on for like 5 more minutes, and so we can answer a few questions. But I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. This was so mind-blowing. I just put little emojis just going poof, poof, poof. I literally have chills, and I'm going to tell you all a secret about my chills. It's my truth meter. Your body doesn't lie. And I just got goosebumps all over because I know this is truth. I know that this is exactly what my body absolutely wants and loves. And I've been on it for almost 2 months, and it's literally been a game changer for me. But anyway, I never gave my name at the beginning of this. My name is Becky Taylor, and I'm an executive consultant with LifeVantage. Been with LifeVantage for 10 years in October. So I'm walking into my 11th year now, and
Wow.
I have never been more excited about the future of LifeVantage with this beautiful partnership with what we have, that we are now becoming a whole body with a whole microbiome conversation and the whole activation cellular conversation. You guys, this is such a beautiful time to be a part of this company. And even after now going into my 11th year, I have never been more excited and know what beautiful future we have ahead. So thank you for joining us tonight. If you are a guest of someone that loved you enough to invite you to this presentation tonight, please get back with that person, and please get your Healthy Edge stack